Well, good morning. It's 7 o'clock. I've been hiking for about 20 minutes. It's a beautiful morning, nice and cool, but not too cold. It's Wednesday, August 30th, and I started back there and I've already had a pretty big climb. This is where I'm headed, this direction. The sun's kind of peeking up on the higher elevations. This is an example of what you got to cross sometimes and you don't know exactly where you're going. In this case I do, because, well, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a staircase there, kind of. And this is partly natural and partly built by people. They take rocks and make staircases or fill in little spots to make it a little easier, I guess. The toughest part about all of this is how slow it is. So you can see there's some staircases right there, and there's other examples that hopefully I'll get a chance to take a picture for you, where it's just well, it seems like it's straight up, but anyway, you'd think it'd make it easier, but I remember in gym class having to run up and down stairs, and it's not easy even going down, especially imagine doing it half the day, which is what I've been doing. So yeah, that's how my morning started. And before I forget, I want to wish a happy birthday to my wife. I hope you have a great day today. I imagine you might be at the golf course, and if you are, then I can't give you this present, but I think it'd be a great present if you broke 90 on your score. Of course, you're not going to see this for a few days, but by then you could maybe, well, confirm, I guess, if you did or not. But anyway, I hope you have a great day today. And yeah, more video coming later. Okay, it's about 9:45. So I've been hiking for about 3 hours. First hour and a half was brutal. Really tough uphill. I think I was showing you some pictures and told you about it, but got better on this side. Trouble with going down, of course, is you gotta go back up, but at least this side the trail wasn't as rocky. And I decided to stop, and the reason I don't have my bug net on right now is because I just applied some muskol. 95% DEET. I don't care what you say about DEET. You might not even like it, whatever, it works. Especially like the mosquitoes this morning were the worst. Just vicious, aggressive. You can't outrun them, and even if you could, there's another pack that takes over, I think. Whew. And yeah, they are everything, just after you all the time. They're not delicious. I've eaten a couple when I didn't have the net on, but I'm making it anyway. So I'm stopped at Wilmer Lake. I'm just watching a great big dragonfly, my favorite insect ever. I love those things because they take care of a lot of mosquitoes, hopefully. But this lake is called Wilmer Lake, and on the map it also calls it Wilma Lake. So I don't know which one's the official one. I'll show you a picture here in a minute. Well, maybe I'll just do this. You can see behind me. Nice little spot. There's a couple things I wanted to clarify too from earlier. I was talking about going up and down the stairs in a gym. I forgot to mention. Yeah, it's tough, but do it with a 30-pound pack. Then you'll have an idea if you do that all day. The other thing I realized, the other day I said that I was out of Yosemite, and that's not true. I'm still in Yosemite, and might be out today. I'm not sure. If not today, tomorrow for sure. So apologies for that. I made a mistake thinking it was just the way I read my map wrong. So still in Yosemite. And the trails are, closer to Tuolumne Meadows. They're super easy, but they're made for day hikers and weekenders, and this is more backcountry stuff, of course. So anyway, I'm gonna finish my little break here and then keep going. And here's the lake, Wilmer or Wilma, whichever you prefer. Was watching some fish jump in it earlier. By the way, I also forgot to mention, I had another deer last night. I don't think it's the same one following me. I know that's not the case. Anyway, he woke me up about 8 or 9 o'clock. Okay, so I'm just a few minutes past the lake, and I had to stop and apply some more DEET on some spots that I missed. I came up with a couple more adjectives too. So they're vicious, of course, malicious, tenacious, like a lot of ishes. But you might be able to see them and maybe even hear them. They're also horrendous. Okay, so this is Dorothy Lake. Lots of snow on that mountain still. Dorothy, if you're out there, this is your lake. Okay, so there's Dorothy Lake again from Dorothy Lake Pass, where I am right now, and this is where I'm going. There's an actual sign up here. There's these metal signs I've seen in Yosemite. So I don't know how old they are, but they're not gonna wear out. They might rust. That's about it. And the pass also, this is the boundary for Yosemite. So I'm leaving Yosemite right now, and this sign says headed to Hoover Wilderness. Okay. Humboldt-Toyabe National Forest. And there's the sign to enter Yosemite. So I get to say goodbye. And now, continue this way for at least one more day to get to Sonora Pass. It might be tomorrow, but I don't think it'll be that way. So anyway, I'm not sure what this lake is called, but I'm going to be hiking by it in a few minutes. Okay, I've stopped for the day. 16 and a half miles. It wasn't too bad. A lot of it was flat, which was nice. What we call cruisy. Very mosquito-y, as you know, until the last 3 or 4 miles weren't too bad until here, right here, by this creek, and they're bad again. So I guess I have to put up with them there's some good tent sites here, and there isn't any others for a while, so I want to stop and something to eat, get some rest, some sleep. I don't think I'll be able to do the full 18 miles tomorrow to get to Sonora Pass and Kennedy Meadows North. If I do 14 or 15, then that's okay, because then I get up the next morning and walk in for breakfast. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. If it's easy, which I don't think it will be, I might make the whole 18, but not going to count on it. Anyway, that's it for today. Okay, Thursday, August 31st, 6:20 in the morning. I've been hiking for about half an hour, and something I haven't been talking about is the mile marker that I'm at. And this morning I reached this, so feeling pretty good. 1,000 miles. I know it's a long way to go. I just happened to bump into a hiker going the other way, and she's been flipping, and she says, I don't even know what 1,000 feels like anymore. But yeah, at any rate, I'm pretty happy I've achieved this much. So lots to go, but pretty pleased with this. Twenty to 8. It's just been a great morning so far, and we have a bridge. Doesn't look in the best of shape, but I'm taking it. Of course, everybody else has been taking it too. So yesterday I didn't see a hiker till after lunch. This morning I've seen a dozen already. Definitely in a southbound bubble or in the PCT flipper bubble. So anyway, making the miles. So far, so good. I'm breathing a little heavy right now, but getting close to 10,000 feet. This is where I came from. And I've done about 8 miles so far. This is where I'm going, through those trees that have fallen over or are falling over. Just amazing sights here. Kind of a meadow down there. Go through here, and then we'll see if we get a better view. Sometimes this is where I like to stop or slow down, see if I can see any wildlife like bears. I usually expect to see them in the meadows if I'm going to see one, but haven't yet. And I'm sure there's animals down there, of course. It's just a matter of being at the right place at the right time. Yeah, it's pretty nice. definitely a high alpine route, this part. I couldn't film where I was before. It was just on the edge, like it was, you're traversing basically. Thankfully there's no snow, but you can't tell from here, the wind was howling. Like, it scared me a little bit because you don't know if you're compensating and then the wind gust comes along and, you know, anyway, it was blowing. Every day has its challenges. The secret to the traverses is just don't look down. And I've got some more to go. The wind right here isn't too bad, but I'm afraid it's going to get strong again. So, I'll let you know how I make out. Might even be able to see a hiker coming, so I gotta go that way, up over there, I guess. Great views. So beautiful views, as I've said, and the wind's died down on this side, at least for now. A couple hours ago I ran into a southbound hiker and asked her if there were any snow traverses, and she said, yeah, there's a couple, but nothing too sketchy. So the first one I got to, and you could see the footprints, so yeah, I just crossed it. This one, from up there, which is where I was, you can't tell. I didn't see any footprints at all. And you can't tell, it looks like a sheer drop off, and it is. This doesn't really, it looks like a snow wall, kind of is. So I started to go and I thought, I better not. And so I ended up going all the way around it. What a time killer that was, but. So I had to scramble a bit on the scree, kind of scree gravel rock stuff. But I made it safely, so that's the important thing. More to go. Getting lots of video today. From there to there. I just reached the summit here of, I think it's Sonora Pass actually, but I don't know. There's nothing on the guide map I'm watching. There's a road down there, so I'm not sure which one, but anyway, I'll be starting down now. All right. If I look like I'm all cleaned up, it's because I am. I'm in a hotel room. Today was another tough day, just because of the wind. So it's been 8 days now. Completed 110 miles. Feel pretty good about that, obviously. And today was. I didn't realize, but there's no way I could have stopped sooner. I had to do the 18 miles today, and because even though it was tough and windy, it was very flat at a high elevation, over 10,000 feet, and as you've seen in the videos, they just, the views are tremendous. So I managed to get to the highway at Sonora Pass at about 4 o'clock, which was really good. I stuck my thumb out, and the second guy that came by picked me up, that helped too. He was hiking, he's starting to hike on Tuesday. I'm not sure how old he is, but he's a Vietnam War vet, served in the Navy, so, you know, I don't ask how old people are, but it was really nice that he picked me up. And he wasn't even coming this way. My vehicle was in Bridgeport. He was going the other way, but he dropped me off in Bridgeport. I'm now in Lee Vining, and I'm hanging out here tonight and then heading up to the Reno area tomorrow, and then back to Kennedy Meadows north on Saturday. Probably staying there because of the weather. We'll see. And then head out Sunday to do the next 75 miles, which will take me to South Lake Tahoe. So uh, that 110 miles that I just did, that was tough. I met a couple people, including Alan today, was telling me that that's the toughest section of the PCT. And I heard that from a few people, but it was definitely not easy. I've had days that were tough in the past, but not consecutive days like this, the last 5 days. I'm feeling it for sure. So a couple days rest will be nice. Anyway, that gorgeous views as you see, but it was hard, but it felt really good.